pinch myself.
Action.
It seemed like really fast, like nobody's gonna be able to read it.
I think I'm gonna change the name of the show tonight. Start it off.
Okay.
Go.
Wait, you're changing the name?
Yeah, I'm gonna change it up on you.
What am I gonna?
You're gonna
what
start
do I
it. Say it. Say it.
This is Shark Tales.
Poo poo.
With Andy. Poo poo.
Poo poo.
Oh man.
That's
a bummer.
That's a PG way of saying shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Darn it.
So night 3 of Gold Cup, the first night of actual racing. Back to the old Civil War Pacific Sprint Cup 32 car invited field.
Are you allowed to say Civil War
I know.
anymore?
Well, we got like 20,000 championships between the two of us, so if anybody can say Civil War, it's you and I.
Scott Russell might get mad though.
So here's a
Not
funny story here. We went back to the 32, limit the field at 32. Brad and Kyle and Kobe had big plans of having a country concert after the races. So how do you have a concert after the races? You have to limit the amount of cars. 32, just like we used to do. So we had been wide open the last few years. So as soon as they limit it, all hell breaks loose on social media. You wouldn't know this because you don't have social media.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't do that. They gotta let everybody race. Everybody deserves a chance. And then they let Kyle race, which is what you do if you're in business. Kyle sells tickets. Their job is to make money. Bring Kyle in. Hell, bring Dale Jr. in. Bring them all in. Who gives a shit? We need to sell tickets.
Yeah.
What about 33rd in points? What about 34th in points? They want to race. I think we got down to 115th in points to complete our 32-car field this week.
Because nobody
wanted to come.
To complete your 33 car field, because we added one, right? And how many cars showed up?
32.
Yeah.
We only end up with 30. Yeah, and I think we were at like 115. We were sucking ass. Well, we were sucking balls and wieners to try to get anybody to come and run to fill the 32-car field. Although if you would have looked on Facebook 3 weeks ago, there was going to be 7,000 cars there. I'm agitated already. So, all right. Pissed off. My car blew up on me tonight.
Didn't blow up.
Well, I don't know what the hell happened, but anyways, let's start off. You had the group from hell.
I did, but like, so you typically when you have a stacked field, and you say, "Man, I overall qualified 4th, but I was 3rd in my group." Well, I overall qualified 10th. It's not good, not great, but I was 5th in my group, and I would have been probably worse if Justin Sanders didn't break before qualifying.
There was a lot of motor issues tonight. Holy
Yes.
crap.
So was it a motor issue for DJ and the 7C?
Well,
also?
you're fast forwarding to the main event. We're not
Okay,
even.
well, I was just
qualifying.
asking questions. Sorry. All right.
But I don't know.
So I was 5th in my group for qualifying. I had a tough group. I thought I felt fast. I thought I turned a good lap.
What did you turn? What was your lap? I mean,
it was a
10th quick overall is not
4.
bad.
It was almost a 5, like 11.49.
What did I turn?
Like
I can't look.
11.5 or 11.6.
11.5. Well, I was fast time overall then.
12.
12? Was it 12?
We weren't in the 11s.
We weren't.
That's a 410
Oh,
shit. I'm
that-
gonna be 11.5 tomorrow.
Well, we were in the 11s for
That didn't work.
in the heat races, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I was 6th quick in my group. I didn't even have a tough group. I turned 2 identical laps, so that always tells me when my lap times are identical, that's as fast as. That was the fastest the car would go. Oh my gosh, Mia's having a stroke. What
Because
do you
mommy's
see?
here.
What do you see?
Mommy's here.
Okay. Uh-oh.
We got
Jeez.
trouble.
We're getting the paparazzi over here. Kim Oldfield's walking in. Okay, so where was I?
Short on money.
I sucked ass in qualifying.
Yeah, six in your group.
But here's the beauty in my heat race.
Yeah, got up on the wheel.
Well, the front row wanted to run each over for a full lap, and then one flew off the track, and then the double file restart helped me out again, so I got to be finished 3rd in my heat.
It helped you out, but you had to get up on the wheel.
Yeah, I was rolling.
Like,
I like the track.
so it was funny. Like whenever we went out for the main event, like I was looking at the track, I'm like, oh, this is an Andy style racetrack right here. It was pretty juiced up.
I was trying to look at the track, but it was so goddamn dark in turn 1, I couldn't see the track.
Light pole in turn 1, completely out all day, right? Like
Well-
for our heat races, like all of a sudden it was super dark going into turn 1, and I'm like, haven't heard anybody say anything.
Yeah, nobody
We just-
said, hey, attention guys, it's a little dark. So
But we just kept racing.
they put new lights in, LED lights here last 2 weeks ago. First
Okay.
race, bike night.
You talked about the LED lights
Yeah,
being good at Marysville.
It didn't really make... Yeah, Marysville's great.
Yeah.
It made a difference at Marysville. It did not make a difference here.
Okay.
So then I go out there in my heat race, and I'm like, holy crap, what the hell did they do to these lights? It's even worse than it was 2 weeks ago. I don't even know if I took my helmet off and I got out of the car, and I texted Brad and Colby. I said, I don't know what the fuck happened to these lights, but it sucks. Well, then Brad texts me back, the light pole's out. So I look out there, I'm like, okay, I see what the problem is. So
You're
I don't know
right.
if they can fix the problem or if they're renting lights tomorrow. But yeah, it was moderately uncomfortable in turn 1. Were you moderately uncomfortable?
Just seeing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And how fast the track was going. Like, okay, we were turning low to mid 12s in qualifying, but in the heat races, I think like a lot of the leaders in
Qualifying laps.
yeah, we're like in the 11-second bracket. So we were pushing, hauling the mail for heat races.
Okay, so let's get to some drama.
Ooh. Okay. What happened? Oh,
Alternates.
Okay. for
Alternate
alternates.
gates.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, so we had motor failures up the yin yang tonight.
2 people in the dash.
Really? Oh, they
Yes.
hurt motors in the dash.
Well, I don't know. They finished
Okay,
the
yeah.
dash.
So the 7C, Netto, and McGann all scratched. And then I go up to the board. I don't give a shit who scratches or not. I just go up to look where I start.
Right.
And real big it says, no alternates. So I'm like, why? I mean, what's the deal with no alternates?
Right.
And Bobo tells me, well, this guy scratched, that guy scratched, this guy scratched. So I've never really heard of no alternates. When did this become a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, there used to always be like, well, if somebody doesn't start, like, you be in your car ready to go. If
And, you know,
were,
sometimes at Placerville,
non-transfer.
they'll even push the freaking alternate off. It drives me crazy. And
Yeah,
they go,
yeah, yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
alternate car
Yeah.
92, we don't need you. And I'm thinking, well, why the hell did you even waste your time having him come down and push him? He
Yeah.
shouldn't be on the damn track. So I think Placerville point shows have alternates. The Sprint Car Challenge doesn't. And I'm not saying one way's right or one way's wrong. I was just surprised to see no alternate.
Yeah.
So if you're an Andy Forsberg fan, that helps you because one of the alternates was the guy second in points, Tony Gomes, who did not get out of the B tonight. So yeah, it helped me point wise.
Right.
But
But whether it's fair or not, or whether it's in the rules or not, who
yeah,
knows?
it just
Yeah.
caught me off guard because everywhere I've ever ran, there was alternates.
Yeah.
Anyways, I started 12th,
I started 17th.
but I moved up to 10th
So
after the scratch.
yeah, I guess you're right. So I think we were all upper row.
But you were on the
essentially.
inside row. Did anybody on the inside row spin out on lap 1 all by himself?
Yeah, like the best race car driver in the world, actually. He probably couldn't see.
I have a theory.
Oh, don't give me that theory that he spun out on purpose. That's
There
the
is no
stupidest
way.
thing I've ever heard.
There is
you
no
and my
way
wife
that
spend
is-
way too much time together.
There's
you
no
know
way.
what's so funny? The whole entire bleachers that we were sitting in, he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose. He did that. It was all by
Spin out in
himself. There's
front of
no way that he
The
spins out on
entire
purpose.
field.
I'm a little short.
Okay. You're
I
tall.
think more so if you do that on purpose, you like pull off the back of the track,
You
right? And you don't do
certainly
something in front of the whole field.
Do not spin out in front of a bunch of idiot local 360 drivers and hope like hell all 20 of them miss you.
Right.
Anyways, Kyle Larson spun out on the first lap all by himself.
Probably because he couldn't see because there's no light.
Don't ask me what the hell happened because
He should
every-
talk to the promoter.
anybody that should be spinning out, it would have been us two because
Right.
we can't see where we're going.
I know, we're old.
But
God.
I was pretty good in the feature. I was rolling up to about 6th, 7th ish, and then it just stopped running for no reason. Like somebody turned
Right
the
in
damn
the middle
switch
of
off.
the... It's so weird. Like, middle of your race, just...
I think it was lap 24. We went 24
we
laps
went-
nonstop.
Yeah. A lot of non-stop laps.
How
for a
how
while.
warm was your motor?
It was 250.
Okay,
while I
mine
was running.
Mine was 260 when it
Yeah.
shut off.
And then I'm not a big brake guy, but my I think they said my brake was glowing, but like everything was hot. The cockpit was hot. The brake under my seat.
It was amazing how hot everything was. Like after the heat race, like half an hour later, I go back to like situate my seatbelts, and even the frame was still like hot to the touch.
Yes.
Why are you raising your hand? This isn't
you have
school.
a question?
I know. So a feature, 30 lap big tracks, 35 lap small tracks. The very last sentence in the rule book. Alternates will not be taken to fill any vacancies that occur.
Okay.
So
it's in the rule
rule book.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad rule or a good rule. I was just intrigued that I didn't really know.
But the debate's over, though.
Yeah.
But debate over, it's there.
So it is odd that it happened to the same car that
Oh,
kind of had.
GT says no alternates in Placerville. This isn't 1996.
Oh, Gary Thomas. Shut up.
Shots fired,
I
GT.
could swear within a year I've heard them kick the alternate off at Placerville.
It's funny. Like, it's hard for me to say, like, I want to agree with you, but it's like, sometimes these years kind of blend together, and I can't remember, like, how long ago that was when I remember hearing that. But yes, I
So
do
you
know
do
what
know
you're-
that they've
oh,
kicked-
100%.
yeah.
Like, yeah. 7C, thank you for
Hey,
coming.
Smarty
Appreciate
Pants,
you.
look up the Placerville rulebook, see what it says. Let's prove Gary
It's
Thomas
probably
wrong.
the same rule book.
You know, it really should be.
be.
That the rule should be the same. But
But they killed me, like, the first or second year SCCT came to be,
first year, you were second in points,
but
and that whole Calistoga debacle.
same promoter, Scott and Cammy, but Placerville had different like restart procedures and everything else from SCCT, and that drove me crazy. Like I hated it because you show up at Placerville like, wait, what series is this? Like,
Hi, Keith.
is Keith here?
Yeah, Country Builders is in the house. I wonder if they brought Aaron
Wow.
Reitzel with them.
Aaron Reitzel.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Did you not see that on the internet either?
What happened on there?
So, the big unit McCarl is leading the main event at Houston's last Sunday night.
Okay.
Last night of points, he's leading points.
Okay.
All he's got to do is finish fifth or better.
Okay.
Ruetzel stuffs him in the fucking fence.
No.
No championship for Country Builders.
No way.
That's so I'm jokingly saying I wonder if Aaron Reitzel's with him.
That's
Is that Aaron Reitzel on the back of that cart? Anyways, what the hell were we talking about? I don't remember.
Nobody cares anymore.
Okay, so here's a caveat here. Guess we're gonna do this show live tomorrow in the fairgrounds, in the pavilion, and we're having a special guest.
If you're in the campgrounds, come check it out. Noon
Here's a hint.
in the
He
pavilion.
spun out all by himself. Is that what we determined? No, we didn't determine
We're
that.
going to interview the driver that spun out on lap 1 tonight.
So we can, no more debate tomorrow then. We're
We're
going
gonna
to
ask
find
him.
out if it was on purpose or not.
So yes, in case you don't know who spun out in lap 1, it was NASCAR 2021 NASCAR
Defending
champion Kyle Larson will be on our show. I talked to him earlier today. He said it's gonna be the highlight of his life. He's done a lot of cool shit in his day. He wasn't he the driver of the year for ESPN?
Yes,
Yeah.
but I think
He
he
got
was
an
racing,
SB.
right? When that was
Well, he's
going
gonna
on.
get a Sharky tomorrow, whatever that
What does
is.
that
A
mean?
shark bite.
Like a Sharpie? I thought you said a Sharpie. I'm like, a
Sharpie.
Sharpie?
Little SB Sharky.
He
did
probably
it.
has to carry Sharpies around with him.
So yes, no shitting you. We wouldn't shit you. You're our favorite turds, all you fans watching this show. Kyle is going to be on our show tomorrow. We'll be live at noon.
And
from,
do you
the
have,
pavilion.
does our producer have shirts?
Yeah, somebody asked, when are
Oh.
you getting shirts? So go ahead.
What,
We got 'em.
We're
You're
obviously
the
wearing
producer.
shirts. I
You're
mean,
wearing shirts. I know, it's odd, right?
Go get us a shirt and we'll show it what it looks like.
What color?
We got.
I guess
There's
these guys
different
got
colors.
colors. We got all kinds
got
of colors.
shark tails with
We got
Andy
white
shirts.
and black and gray and blue and green and yellow. I don't know what color shirts they are. These women, Sean and I don't want nothing to do with this crap, but here they are.
This is a green one.
There's a green one.
Let's see. Can you see what it says?
Oh, and you can actually read it. 'cause
Hey,
we figured
guess
out
what
the
I
camera.
didn't do?
Shark. Whoa. Man, this is weird. Wait, there we go.
I know,
Okay,
it's backwards.
So there's a shot. Best part of it is if you look close, Mia's on there. Screw everybody else.
That was the one comment I had to take off.
That was my only comment. Everything's fine. No, everything's
everything
stupid
off.
but Mia. Okay, well, how'd you finish? I'm all being selfish. I broke. It's all about me. Yeah, so I didn't finish.
Yeah, started. Yeah, technically I was supposed to start 17th. Who knows where I started, but ended up 10.
Top 10, baby.
Fell back on one restart. Okay, Tim Kading. Man, this guy has restarts figured out. Like, I don't think he's been called yet for a jump, but the rule is on double file restarts, when the leader goes, the race is on.
Okay.
Tim Kading will be in the back. I think he doesn't even look in front of him. He looks at the leader. Whether he times it perfectly every time or not, like, he gains several spots all the time. Like, I was in Vertulo's car, I think in Watsonville. Did it to me, I think, twice. Like, he's either one row behind me. Today, he was 2 rows behind me, past the row in front of me before we got to turn 4. Like, so, veteran savvy is how I'm going to put it.
Well, I didn't see it, so I can't speak for what it is, but I will say this. If you're getting past entire rows or maybe 2, you're jumping. Because every time I try to do that shit, it doesn't work.
I know.
So if he's making moves like that, I'm going to say they're jumps.
Okay, so, remember the very first Maury Williams tribute race?
When you almost won it?
Yeah, I almost won it. I think I was 3rd. I think a yellow happened with like 5 to go. I think the yellow was for Tim. He was in the back of the pack. Gets a restart, rails everybody on the outside. Like, to his credit, like, he timed it really well, and then everybody kind of sucked to the bottom, and he railed everybody. He ended up finishing 2nd, beat me by 1 point.
For the overall.
For that. So,
yeah, I mean, we're not bagging on him if he's getting away with
he's
it. I mean, if I could rob a bank and
right.
continually get away with it, I would continue to rob a bank and quit working. But
no,
I'm
shout
not
out to
smart
him. Like,
enough to get away with robbing a bank.
I was kicking myself. Like my dad would come. It's like, oh, did you see Tim? I'm like, Dad, I see him do it like all the time. Like, he's doing it. He's not getting called back for it. Like, he's working the system to his advantage, and I let him do it to me again. So, like, what's the saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yes.
Yes, that's how you say it.
That's how you say it. Like, yeah. Like, so I was blaming myself because I was like right behind Blake Carrick, and everybody kind of like just trying to get a good angle for the start.
Yep.
So everybody's like sliding up the track a little bit, and
So he
leader
better you?
goes. Yeah. So he went under everybody. He went under, like, it was seriously probably 4 or 5 rows.
Well, he had to do that because he started dead last. He was the last
Yeah.
transfer out of the V.
But it's crazy. So so I'm probably like 13th or whatever on that first double file restart when Kyle spun. Like 2 laps later, he's blowing by me like I'm standing still. It's like, how? Where'd you come from?
If he's so good, why'd he spin out on lap 1? Jesus.
It was on purpose.
Oh, brother. Well, we're going to find out tomorrow, and we're going to give him a hard time. But at least you and I didn't spin out. But it is amazing how he could charge through that. I mean, that wasn't the easiest track to pass on, and
Yeah.
he did manage to go from the back to the front
My-
with no yellows.
My dad was kind of talking to me about my line selections and my choices and stuff, and so yeah, you probably should have got up top sooner. Kyle was just running through the middle. He was just passing people in the middle.
That's how he passed me. I started around the top too because it was time to start making up some time. The guys in front of me were starting to slow their pace up because we were getting into traffic, I guess. And I was running some pretty hard laps up top. We were a little loose, but I was still making up ground. And he just drove right by me in the middle, in no man's land. I don't understand that.
It's incredible. Like, so I always like have the phrase in my head, like, manufacturing speed. Like, he's really the only one that seems to be able to do that. Like,
with
he-
weird lines too. He never loses speed. He never loses momentum.
he
Drives me
just has
crazy.
something figured out. Like I can't do that. Like, sometimes I just feel like, well, this is what the car's giving me. Like, this is all I can do. But like, I think that's my limitations too. So,
We're only
who
so
knows?
good.
Yeah.
That's why you go design small parking lots on Monday, and
And
I go
you're
sniff lacquer on
lacquering.
Monday.
Yep.
That's what whenever people walk in and to my shop and they see all the race car crap and they're like, "Oh, you're a race car driver?" Yeah, you know, I never really take much credit for it. I don't really like tell them anything, and they're like, they always ask you, "Are you any good?" And my response always is, "If I was any good, I would not be staining your cabinets now, would I?" We will both be at work Monday, no matter how good we do this weekend. Okay, I don't hear no. I guess Tim Duggar's done. It's 12:30. How long was that concert supposed to be? You know, it's done.
It's done.
Okay, and
Stick
you know
a
what else?
fork in it.
You know what else is done?
Shark Tales.
Poo poo.
Poo
With Andy.
poo.
Okay, 12 o'clock noon tomorrow. Pavilion.
Be there, be
Andy
square.
Forsberg, Sean Becker, and Kyle Larson.
Peace out, guys.